Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. You're looking at the Bishop, the Tier 5 British SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Halluf Encounter, and it's under the command of Jim Lee of SLPSE. I suppose that's SLPSE, is it? Not sure what it means, but yes, looks like he's out to have a bit of fun. Now, he's armed with a 4.5-inch howitzer, which is capable of doing 450 alpha, 28mm of pen, 2.2 meters on the burst radius, and a wicked fire rate as well. Standard reload 12.37 seconds, and Jim Lee has got 10.74. Now, as you can see, it's decked out in the Desert Rats colours, because of course the Bishop did actually see service in the desert. It was kind of a stopgap before the British got the Sexton 2, and they actually made 149 of them in the end, but they actually saw service all the way through the desert campaign and up the spine of Italy as well. Now, in reality, they didn't carry a 4.5-inch howitzer. They actually had a 25-pounder gun. Of course, that was the standard Arty of the British forces. But in the game, they've been given the 4.5-inch, which is 114.3 millimeters in caliber. And he's chosen to go to this position because it's closer to the northwest corner of the map, and that's where he expects a lot of action to happen. Now, you can see he can't reach the entire range, so if he wants to get those tanks right on the corner, he has to move a bit closer, and in fact, he's doing that right now, and that's why the rescue's bouncing around a bit. But he's dialing in. A Panzer III on that corner, rounds out. First shot, direct hit for 161. You can see where the shell landed, right on the connection between the upper plate and the turret area. And another hit absolutely wipes the guy out altogether. So he's got his first kill. Okay. Well, you expect a lot of action in an encounter game on this map because the cap is so close to the northwest area, and so everybody seems to congregate there because, of course, it's all about the cap in the end. Okay, he's got a shot. He doesn't have a shot on the KV-2 because, of course, the rocks are in the way, but he might get a shot on that Tiger P if he pulls back just a little bit. Got a red line there from the rock face, but he can hit the T-29 for certain. He's just lining it up because the guy's moving, using the ret for cover. Now we can hit him. He's dialing in on the engine deck. The guy pulls back just in time to avoid the shell. You need to anticipate it when the enemy does move about like that. So you try to hit somewhere where you think he's still going to be within range. And yes, he does get a hit there on the turret for 180. Okay, keep those shells going. Remember what we say, keep your tubes hot, and if you do, then there's a good chance you're going to rack up a lot of damage during a game. Of course, we love good Bishop games in World of Tanks, of What Arty Noobs, mainly down to the fact, of course, that you have to get so close to the enemy that you can take damage yourself. And so it does provide for interesting moments when you actually do encounter the enemy face to face. That T-29 keeps coming up to the wreck to shoot and rounds out. Yes, another hit. He must be getting very fed up with those shots. The Tiger, the T1 Heavy behind him actually is a willing victim as well. Oh, just missed that one, but don't worry, he's going to come back to the firing spot. Try and work out where they move forward to actually take a shot and then aim for that spot so you can catch them. Well, the enemy Arty's worked out where we are, and the enemy Arty is a Fifi, a 105 left H18B2. And yes, you can start seeing the shells landing near us. So he obviously knows that we're in the vicinity, and he's trying to nail us, but he can't at the moment. Rounds out. Those guys are backing off because the Cromwell and the IS are still pushing. Now, there's enemy near the cap area as well. He might be able to get a shot on the T1. Yes, he can. Rounds out. And somebody's capping. Oh, he did get damage, and he looked away after he shot. Now, we didn't see how that damage was occurred. Did it actually land the shell next to the tank, or was it on the tank? And again, he's been distracted by that T-29. When the T1 disappears, you know that he's still there, so you just keep firing at that spot, and you should see a hit. You can see the T1 at the moment. He's kind of immobilized. I'm not sure if he's given up, actually. That might be an easy kill. Fires another round in, and another hit. Yeah, I do think that T1 Heavy's given up. He's just sitting there doing nothing. He may be distracted, but he's a perfect kill now. Rounds out. This is what he should have done, yeah. And he's got his first kill now. Second kill, sorry. I keep forgetting about that Panzer IV. Okay, T-29's still there, and the cap has been halted, but there is still an enemy down there. Now we're looking at a Super Hellcat. Now he's sitting in that little gully. If we land a shell on him and it lands in the engine bay, he could actually, well, on the in the cockpit, it could wipe the tank out altogether. He's letting it dial in. Enemy RT's now quietened down, so I don't think he's interested in us anymore. In fact, he's actually firing over the other side of the map. Rounds out. No, the guy pulled away. And he pulled away because of this was going on. The Tiger P is being circled by the Cromwell. We land a shell next to the Tiger P. The Super Hellcats come up to help, but that actually could be his undoing, because now the Cromwell B's backed away. They're still engaging each other. We can still keep pumping these rounds in on these guys to suppress them. Okay, come on, get the rounds out, and that's it. That's good. Yes, nice shot. Penetrating shot. 463. It's a high roll. Now, one more round, please. Finish that guy off. Rounds out. This could be it. Oh, just missed him. Who's next? Okay, we're going back to the cap area. We just lost one of our guys in the cap, and they are now capping again. So we need to finish off these ones quickly so we can get back to the cap. Rounds out the AMX-13 FL11. He splashed him for 110 rather. Well, we're 2 down on the enemy, and our team seems to be backing away. Now, when we cross this gap, there's a chance the enemy might see us if they've moved to the north side of the cap area. It's probably a good idea to redeploy like this, because we need the support of our teammates when that Super Hellcat turns up. We could turn around here and shoot from here, but he just wants to get amongst these bushes, and that should help. Yep. Just a bit of cover is all we need. Okay, he's turning around at this moment, ready to engage. Okay, pick a spot ahead of the enemy track, and, well, he doesn't need to now because that T-29 stopped of his own accord. Keep pumping the rounds in. Don't get distracted. Keep pumping them in. He's still there. He is, yep. He's definitely still there. He just took another round. If we get an explosion, he's moved. No, he's moved. He obviously didn't like that. Now, we can put a round on the enemy tank down there, but he's probably still on the move. There's a BDR G1B. We might even be able to get a reset. No, didn't off that one, but he did lose hit points, which means they have been reset. Let's see what he can do with his next round. Now, he fired at the position behind. He did get a reset this time. 47 capture points reduced. And I don't think that was from the BDR. I think that was from the other tank that's actually in the cap area. And this time he does hit the BDR for 212. There's the other tank that he hit, the P-43 Biz. Go and put another one in. Rounds out. Looks good. It's a kill. Nice. So, we're up to 3 kills now. There's still plenty of enemy left, and we're still 3 down on the enemy. But we're fighting. And the enemy's still starting to cap again. Okay. Going back to the cap area, it's the BDR. He just got shot by the AMX-13 FL11, and I don't think he knows where the FL11 is because he's actually using the bush mechanic. Rounds out. This could be a reset. It is. Only 4 capture points, but the next shot could kill that guy. So aim at that point. Rounds out. Oh, just missed out. Okay, you can see the rescue's drifting. That's a problem with the program that was caused a long time ago, and Wargaming have never fixed it. It looks to me like the enemy Fifi is trying to nail our Cromwell B, but he doesn't realize we're in this bush. He might start aiming for bushes, which is one of the reasons why Jim Lee has actually pulled back from that bush, because if he aims for the bush itself, he's not going to hit us. He's actually going to land it in front of us. That Hellcat's coming in. He's at maximum range at the moment. When the rescue gets flattened like that, you can't get any further. That guy's still capping, and I think he's just around the corner near the camp area of the cap. So where those structures are. Okay, the Hellcat's moved in, and he's going after the AMX-13 FL11. Ooh, and he's now proximity spotted him, but he managed to finish that Super Hellcat off. Nicely done. Now he has to relocate. So, yes, that guy's still in the cap, the BDR, and he's going closer to the cap, so we might be able to get a spot. Enemy Arty still trying to nail that guy, but he's being very, very careful. He's moved back to the bushes again, and the enemy Arty doesn't know where he is now. Yep, he has absolutely no idea. Oh, we've been spotted, and it's a Skoda. Now, he fires snap there, and that was the correct thing to do. It distracts the enemy anyway, and gives you a chance. You might actually hit the guy. But enemy Arty will start trying to fire at us, and we did briefly get tracked there and fixed our tracks. We're now trying to dodge that Skoda. I think he's reloading, actually. He may have 3 shells available for us very shortly. But he is a one-shot. If we do get a hit on the guy, it could be his last. Oh, he fired. He did fire around in. The guy's coming in thinking he's got a kill. But this could be the end of the Skoda if we get a direct hit. Yes! Well done! Good shotgun. And the tables have completely turned, because now the guys in the cap have been reset. The BDR's been wiped out. And we're, at this moment, maneuvering around. I think actually he's not. He's looking around for a good firing position so he can get at that Super Hellcat and the AMX-13 FL11 on the enemy team. There's only 3 left on their team. The other one, of course, is the Fifi, the 105 Left H18B2. And we're headed down to the cap area. And there's the 2-minute warning. Now, it does take twice as long to cap on the encounter map. So if we are going to try and cap out, then we need the help. And we're outside the range of the Fifi at the moment. But the Fifi's been spotted. And one of the enemy has just been killed. It was the Fifi. And I think the AMX-13 FL11, he's gone. So there's only the Super Hellcat left, and he's actually above us in the northwest corner. And he's being chased by the Cromwell B. Okay, from this position, it's a bit of a difficult shot, but I'm not sure. I think we might have difficulty trying to get a shell at the Super Hellcat, but he's been killed! And that means we've got a victory, even though this tank is very badly damaged. Here's the end of battle results, and that was a really great game. It was a first ace tanker for Jim Lee of SLPSE in the Bishop. Yes, you can tell it's the first ace because he got the scrolls underneath. You only get that the first time. He also got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 17. And he got a Stark's medal. And yes, he certainly earned it the hard way by taking direct fire from an enemy tank and defeating him by shotgun. And a very good one it was too, because he actually had to take several shots to bring the guy down. 11,602 was the win rate on that one. That's Super Unicum and a lot more. Let's have a look at the team score and see where he was. Well, he didn't get the highest damage, but he wasn't beaten by much. The Tiger P on the enemy team picked up a high caliber for 2,883 hit points of damage. Second highest was Jim Lee with 2,638. And the third highest damage went to the T29 on the enemy team with 1,891. When it came to kills, it did go to Jim Lee because he got 4 kills, but so did the Jagdpanther on his team. 3 kills went to the T29, 2 kills went to the Cromwell B, who also picked up a Spartan Leather Slaves medal, and also the AMX-13 FL11, who got a Defender by resetting the cap enough times, so very well done to him. And on the enemy team, their KV2, their Fifi, and their Super Hellcat all managed 2 kills as well. When it came to base XP, yep, he's got that one too, so missed out on getting the highest damage, but not by much, only 250 hit points, but he certainly got the highest number of kills and the highest base XP, but he shared that with the Cromwell. They both got 1,058 exactly. Third highest on base XP was in fact the IS with 942, actually second place if you count these as both drawing, and 839 went to the AMX-13 FL11. He fired 35 rounds in that game, which is a lot of ammunition considering you only get 39 rounds in the vehicle. So he had 4 rounds left at the end of the game. 17 direct hits on the enemy, 2 penetrating shots and 31 splash. Damage of 2,638, of which 2,532 were at more than 300 meters, so 100 hit points of damage at close range. 5 hits received from the enemy, 3 penetrations, 1 non-penetration, and 1 hit by way of splash damage as well. Lost, well, over 2/3 of his hit points in damage. He also blocked a shot for 110 hit points. And damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 4, and got 111 hit points of damage assistance. He got 9 capture points in the cap and 57 defense points, so he wasn't far off getting a Defender medal as well. On a free-to-play account, he made a profit of 57,206 credits from that game. He did get a mission completion reward of 40,000 credits, but he also picked up 2,116 experience points out of that one as well on a ×2 game. So very well played. For a first ace tanker, he really came up against it. Having to fend off an enemy attacker face-to-face is one of the most stressful moments for a bishop, because you know that it's only got a small amount of hit points. It's only got 460. And if the enemy fires all of their magazine and reloads and fires another mag, as that Skoda could have, then he could have wiped him out very, very quickly indeed, just firing at the casement around the turret, around the howitzer. But it looks like that Skoda tried to auto-aim on because the shells actually hit the hull as well as the casement. And so he didn't realize that he could have taken down Jim Lee and missed out on it. But it was a wonderful game. Lots of action and lots of good shots in it. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.